Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Welcome back. All right, Cedric, it's starting to look a little gloomy out there, but if rain coming means it's going to cool things down a bit and chill out with all that sandstorm that we had yesterday, bring it on.
Yeah, you're right about a couple of things. One, it's getting gloomy out there. Number two, it is definitely going to chill things out. In fact, we are quite a bit cooler than we were yesterday at this time, obviously, as we were on our way to near 90 here in Salt Lake City. 89, I think, the official high yesterday, and 92, I believe it was.
Switch up is crazy.
Yeah, the switch up, I mean, just like that. And so here we go. Let's get right to it here, folks. We'll take a look outside. One thing to note, we still have a breeze showing up. It's nothing like what we were seeing yesterday across the northern half of the state, but we do have some breezy conditions out there, and that's a cool breeze, only at 51 degrees outside the ABC4 studios. So, yeah, not necessarily a spring-like day at all out there. And, of course, we have those clouds, and at times we're starting to see some sprinkles coming down outside the studios. But as I mentioned, the winds have kind of calmed down at least a little bit here across the north. We're not dealing with those 30, 40, 50 mile per hour gusts. We are still seeing that across southern Utah. Southwest Utah has had winds gusting between 20 and 30 miles per hour, but the stronger gusts have been over southeastern Utah. That's where we've seen wind gusts up to 40 or 45 miles per hour, including places like Moab. So that's where the strongest winds are now, and that's where they'll be for the rest of this afternoon. Ahead of this front that's working its way in, sandwiched in between high pressure and that front, we'll have those gusty southwesterly winds kicking in, and that's for places like Hanksville, Moab, all the way down towards Blanding, Kanab. I wouldn't go out on Lake Powell today just because of the very strong winds. Could gust up to 50 miles per hour, so keep that in mind as you go throughout the rest of this afternoon. Here's the weather map, and as you can see ahead of that front, again, the windy conditions. Notice more sunshine breaking out there, so it's going to be quite warm. Meanwhile, on the backside of the system, we're starting to see that upper low filling in with some showers, and those showers will continue to develop as we go throughout the afternoon, especially across areas along and north of I-80. So you can see as we look at radar here, we're starting to see those showers really filling in here from Box Elder County down towards Tooele. It's been raining in this area here pretty much all morning long there, so a pretty steady event. But we're starting to see some sprinkles and spotty showers developing here along the I-15 corridor here in the Wasatch Front. We'll go in a little closer and show you that here, stretching from Salt Lake City down towards West Jordan over towards Lehigh. And a couple of sprinkles maybe trying to make their way into Provo and Spanish Fork now. So, again, we're starting to fill in that moisture, definitely filling in those clouds, and that'll be a trend as we go throughout the rest of today as well. In fact, as we look at Futurecast, you'll see that moisture continue to enhance the precipitation across the northern and central half of the state. So we'll see off and on scattered showers. May see a rumble of thunder or two, but the air's pretty stable behind this front here for us today. But again, we'll keep that chance of some downpours in the forecast this afternoon. It may taper off a little bit tonight, but then as we go into your Thursday or Wednesday, especially even Wednesday morning, we can see that northwesterly flow kicking off some more scattered showers out there. And that'll be with us off and on throughout the day on your Wednesday, starting to extend down towards portions of southeastern Utah as well. And that'll taper off Wednesday night, but heading into Thursday, we could even see some isolated showers redeveloping once again, especially for areas east of I-15. So an unsettled weather pattern with some scattered showers, clouds, and also some much cooler temperatures in place across the area. As we look towards the long range, we get a little dry air that tries to come in here on Friday, but it's a brief break from all the precipitation because our next storm system drops in from the north and west Saturday and the Sunday, giving us unsettled conditions that will stick around with us even into the early parts of next week. So this is definitely an active pattern, far more active than what we saw for the month of April. When you add up the system for today and the one toward the end of the week heading into the weekend, yeah, we could be talking about some decent rainfall totals. I wouldn't take these numbers exactly, but do note that the potential is there, picking up over an inch in some spots here as this next couple of systems kind of come on through. So that would be pretty beneficial. Take a look at the temperatures out there. Again, very warm ahead of that front, closing in on 80 degrees over towards Moab. Meanwhile, we're only at 51 in Salt Lake City. How about Wendover? Only at 42 degrees right now. So, yeah, we've got a big change with that temperature out there. St. George, pleasant conditions, mid-70s for your temperature over the next couple of days. You won't see much of the rain or unsettled weather, but you're going to see the cooler temperatures. And then notice we're back into the 80s by the end of the week before we cool it back down with that next storm system. The Wasatch Front, we've got scattered showers and thunder showers over the next few days. Highs only in the upper 50s to low 60s. But then we dry it out and warm it up briefly by Friday before more cooler and active weather returns for this weekend.